Gobble, gobble, gobble. That means happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
In turkey language?
It does in turkey language. Didn't you know that? That's what that means.
You're a turkey.
Gobble, gobble. We hope you're all ready to give thanks with friends and family later this week. Heather, what are you doing for Thanksgiving?
I am taking my family and we are going to drive to St. Louis to meet mom and dad and stay at a hotel and eat turkey dinner at the hotel and watch the parade out the window.
Oh,
we'll be right on the parade route. Yeah.
Does St. Louis have a good Thanksgiving parade?
They do. It's nice.
Because you guys have done this a couple times.
Yeah, this will be year 3.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fun. We haven't done it in a while. The kids were always littler.
Yeah.
So it's good. I think it'll be good to get out of Dodge and do something a little different.
And it's not softball related.
How about it? I was just in St. Louis for softball recently.
I thought I remembered that.
Yes, it didn't snow on us, so that's cool.
Well, that is good.
Yeah, so no, this will be fun to go to St. Louis and see the arch and do stuff like that.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Fun.
What are you doing?
We're probably doing our usual thing, which is
eat a bunch of appetizers.
Sort of an anti-Thanksgiving. And not that I'm against giving thanks. It's just been a tradition that came up several years ago where, we don't usually have people around. So it doesn't make sense to make a huge dinner for the two of us. So after a couple years of making the huge dinner for two of us, we just kind of decided, So we go to the store and we each pick out a couple frozen appetizers that we would like to try. And then we throw those in throughout the day as we're watching football and just kind of chilling. And it's awesome it's perfect because usually our lives are pretty hectic. So it's a nice gateway to the holiday season.
Well, and it's a day off.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, I think, is seen as such a work day.
It is.
And I don't think that's fun.
No.
Because somebody has to put in a ton of time, a ton of effort, all the prep work, and then doing this stuff all the day so that all the other people can sit on their butt and watch the football and somebody's in the kitchen sweating it up. So
and that's
it's not me.
It's usually me. Well, and Bot's real good about doing the dishes. So,
he's so good at that.
He really is a good dishes guy. But, again, why? It's not like any of that food is favorites of our, I like turkey and I'll probably just go get it like a turkey breast and I'll do that on some random night and throw that in the oven and, maybe some mashed potatoes and call it done. At this point now, it's not allowed to be done on Thanksgiving. You got to do it some other day. Our Thanksgiving tradition is already kind of set.
Well, I like that.
Yeah, we like it. It's good.
I bought my turkey from the farmer, but we're going to just save it for sometime over Christmas break. Yes, because I think that's better because the kids are home from school and people will eat it. It can be a little more
leftovers and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not trying to cram in this big, humongous feast of a meal. And then, you worked the day before or you've got to go back to work the next day.
Yeah.
It's hard. So
yeah.
I'd rather have it just be fun and relaxed.
That's kind of what we do too. Just, we'll have it on a random Saturday or something.
Yeah. People like a turkey, but it doesn't have to be the day.
Yeah. But that's not actually what we're going to talk about today. We're not talking about how to cook a turkey or the merits of brining said turkey or even when to put all your side dishes in the oven so everything is finished at the same time and get all of that on the Food Network. And we'll even
how to deep fry it safe. You don't catch your house on fire.
Yeah. What we're talking about today is the emotional side of this time of year. We talked a little bit about it in last week's episode, specifically the ditch and switch, but we kind of thought it needed a little more airtime. So this time of year is fraught with things that make you crazy. All of the pressure to have the perfect holiday season, to buy all the perfect gifts, to spend a ton of money, to make all of the Martha Stewart versions of food and snacks and treats and blah, 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 blah. List is forever.
And we just told you, we don't do that.
Yeah.
We're kind of real people here and the Martha Stewart ideas and the Home Food Network magazine ideas, the TV show ideas, they're beautiful. But that's restaurant quality stuff. That's fancy restaurant quality stuff. At my house, there are just a few appetizers we really love and a few foods we really love, and we'll make those. And it doesn't have to be on Thanksgiving. We'll just make them maybe the Saturday after Thanksgiving. We go, let's make Krabby Patties. So however that looks,
Yeah.
don't give yourself a freaking stress attack trying
Yeah.
to.
Don't put added pressure on yourself. I mean, there's food temptation around every corner that's going to try and derail the best laid plans of your healthy eating habits or what you've got.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Why are the holidays seen as the time where you have to bake 99 kinds of treats?
I don't know where that came from. I mean, I think it comes out of love, and there's a few things that we're going to talk about later on that, and maybe that's why. I don't know, but it's become a
It's the
pressure for
norm. Yeah, and
yeah,
people go, "Oh, it's the holidays. I have to make, these 13 different kinds of cookies that we like." Well, do you eat those 13 cookies all year? I'm guessing no, because you're making them for the holidays.
right,
But do we need 13 kinds? Like,
yeah,
make your favorite one. And then maybe like throughout the year, have the others. Once a
yeah,
month, do your favorite cookie. I don't
yeah.
know. No
That would
one
be
needs to
good.
go into January 1 with 10 extra libs in their pants.
Yeah. Well, we're going to talk about that throughout this episode, Heather.
I'm speaking from
I
my
know.
own issues.
It's not just food too. There's a lot of family time, which for some people can mean deflecting of comments from maybe a meaning relative,
Who's
but
me?
who whatever, or just the added chaos of all the travel and being a guest, having guests can make even the biggest extrovert looking to head for the hills, which is sometimes
True.
I mean, I'm a
Yeah.
huge extrovert, but I know sometimes when we go places with all the family that especially like in mom and dad's old house where it was all tile and it was just so loud when the kids were all young, all million kids. And I loved them dearly, but all I wanted was like a minute of quiet. And really that's first and foremost is you've got to make time for yourself during this time of the year because it's hard. We know that making time for yourself is hard, but you have to do it. It's non-negotiable. Even if it's just like a 15-minute walk around the block or a 10-minute hot shower, that even if you've already showered for the day, just take a few minutes away from all the crazy and just breathe. Episode 7 has a lot of tips on how to get a little mindfulness to your day to help you kind of recenter. And it could really mean the difference between letting that comment from your well-meaning cousin about your hair roll right off, or the difference between that or you demolishing a whole pie so you don't scream at her.
Not our cousin. It's just a sample.
Yes. So amazing.
It's really interesting because the last couple of years we have gone up to Wisconsin to a home that we rented. Tim's aunt has a house up there. So she was lovely enough to let us use their home. And it was really wonderful to be in the woods, just us. It's kind of hard because when are you ever just with your core people? But it was lovely because we could go take a walk and we could say, oh, let's drive into town today, or let's go hit the store, whatever that looked like. And it was just nice to do something different and quieter.
So no screaming and no eating a whole pie for you.
No, we did not. Did we have pie? I'm sure we had a pie. I didn't eat the whole thing. So it was good. Don't eat all the pie. If it's store-bought pie, seriously, it's so not worth it. Before you eat anything random, stop, think, is it really worth it? If it is, have some, for sure. If it's not, save your energy for things that are homemade. If it's mail order cookies, who eats mail order cookies? I don't even know what that is. But if it's your grandma's annual pizzelles that she only makes at Christmas and now dad makes them, go ahead, have one, have a couple, enjoy it, savor them. Know that they were made with love, and then move on.
And if you did eat the pie, pie, it's okay. Accept it, move on. It doesn't have to mean that all of your goals or your, anything that you had planned, everything's out the window and that you might as well just eat all the things until January.
Seriously, don't do that.
Don't do that. Just acknowledge, oh, I ate this pie. It wasn't that great. Don't assign it a pass fail. You're not wrong in having pie. You just had pie. It was an event. It was an instance even, not an event. And now the rest of your life can continue with the very next choice that you make, even if it's those red glitter thigh-high boots that you wear to mom's Christmas dinner.
We need to talk about that.
I'm just saying, everything's a choice.
Okay. All right, valid.
However, I will say, if you are gluten intolerant, dairy intolerant, anything else intolerant, Don't let anyone guilt you into eating something you shouldn't or anything that you just choose not to. That whole made with love just for you, it's the holidays, live a little, one bite won't kill you stuff. All of that, it's not fair, and you do not have to cave.
And seriously, that is well-meaned from a different generation of people.
Mm-hmm.
People in the world nowadays do try to respect whatever your eating restrictions are. And I hope that your family becomes those people, because it just makes everything easier and nicer if somebody went out of their way and said, you know what, I made you this gluten-free pie with the special crust because I knew that you couldn't eat the regular pie. And I mean, that stuff just warms my heart.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, if you have that one relative where you've already explained at length about the reasons that you abstain from something and they just don't seem to get it, just tell them flat out that those things make you sick. And just leave it at that. And not many people really want to push after that. And if you do, you can always throw in or borrow our comment about, and a little bit of cocaine won't hurt me either, right? That pretty much always shuts things down.
Yeah, that's always a good one. Because people go, oh my God, what are you talking about? They either think you're completely crazy or you've hit home. So either way, you won the argument. So latch ditch effort. I think I still said that wrong.
Yeah. Last ditch effort.
Wow, that was challenging. So if somebody doesn't let up and they're just all over you, take a piece of it, put it on your plate, and then excuse yourself, go toss it. It might be the easiest option. Just avoid the conversation. However you need to deal with these people, it's up to you. But don't jeopardize your health because of the pressure. Pure pressure, dude. I don't want my kids to succumb to it. I don't want you to either.
Exactly. Yeah. And on a happier note, if you are any of those intolerant eaters that we mentioned, it doesn't mean you have to miss out either, because you can make a gluten-free pie or a keto roll or whatever. There's plenty of real food options on the interwebs that you can transform your old favorite into a new favorite. Some of the ones that we like, I love Elena Amsterdam from Elena's Pantry. Elana, excuse me. She's one of my favorites. She's up in Boulder. I've actually got to meet her. She's really, really nice.
And she does gluten-free, grain-free, and keto. Those are her specialties.
Yeah. So, and she does a lot of things that were probably on your table as a kid. A lot of those favorites she's remade. Who are some other ones that you like, Heather?
I like Danielle Walker. She's against all grain. Her recipes are definitely ones you recognize, but she's tweaked them.
Yeah. So, she even wrote a book called Celebrations that are all whole remake of all your old favorites. Melissa Jelwan from all the
Well Fed.
Yeah, Well Fed. She's awesome too. And she's very real. I love her. She's down to earth.
She tells it like it is.
She does. Who else? Tony Dash, also from Boulder Locavore. She does a lot of remakes, and she's also very real. She does lots of cocktails.
There are many cocktails with
I know.
Her. I love it.
I like her. She's the one.
In Santa Fe.
I was going to say.
Margarita Trail.
Yep. She's the one that turned us on to the Santa Fe Margarita Trail.
Yeah. And we recommend that. You get a cute shirt too.
Yeah.
You have to drink all the margaritas. It's not awful.
Yeah. We didn't drink them all. We combined our little stamp book and Dad has the shirt.
I have a shirt.
Oh, do you?
I do. I drank them. I got a shirt.
Why am I the only one that didn't get a shirt? I know I drank some margaritas.
I don't know, wussy girl.
I don't know. Anyway, Michelle Tam.
Yes. Oh, Michelle Tam, Nom Nom Paleo. She's hilarious. I love her book with all the cartooning.
I know. Her husband is amazing. He does all those cartoons. Very talented.
Yeah.
And their kids are cute.
They are.
The O's, yes.
Yes.
And we'll link to all their websites in the show
There's
notes.
Millions more too. And you know who else I really like is Diane Sanfilippo from Balanced Bites.
Mm-hmm.
She has got really great things. She's got sugar detox ideas. So still, how to have a treat without it derailing your sugar efforts. And she's got great ideas with starting with paleo. So she's one of my basics. I always turn right back to her. So
yeah, she's good.
So there will be lots more in the notes. I don't know about lots more, but it'll all be in the notes. So if you're following us on Pinterest and Food News, we'll pin their stuff there. You'll see our stuff if you follow us. One Stop Pinner.
Okay, so then that leads us to this week's list. Oh man, we are both loving on that.
Weird today.
This week's ditch and switch.
Oh yeah, you sound like a robot.
I know. Let's not only ditch that green bean casserole with the weird canned soup that
I don't
jiggles.
get that stuff.
Ugh, you can make one from scratch. It's really easy. I use the one from Williams Sonoma. I will link to it. It's
Yum.
and super compliant for a lot of things. And you can sub out, I mean, I think there's some dairy in there, but you can sub it out. But let's ditch the eat all the things and worry about it in January mentality.
That's a great one to ditch.
It never gets us anywhere. And again, you're going to feel good for those first 2 seconds when all that fat and salt and sugar hits your tongue. But then what do? We beat ourselves up about it. And that's not very holiday. But
No.
so just slow down a smidge, make valid choices. And if it is to eat the things that maybe aren't on your everyday plan, that's okay. Eat it, make the decision, acknowledge that you did it, don't assign it a value, and then just move on. And don't beat yourself up about anything. Just try and make a, will this help my goals decision, and give yourself some grace this time of year.
Because that's the best present you can give yourself.
Oh, it is.
Yes. Because we love you. And we don't want you to be sad after you eat all the things all month.
No.
And you feel like a big pile of poo.
No, we don't want that. So have a wonderful, happy Thanksgiving. Don't forget to give us a present by signing up for our newsletter at foodnews.com and write us a review wherever you found this. Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, all the places. And again, don't forget, we're on Pinterest. We pin lots of things. You can get easy access to all our blog posts there. And again, we're going to post all the links to the stuff that we talked about today.
And turkey is super good for you.
It is. It's very high in protein, low in fat, and it's got so many yummy things in it. Very healthy things.
Yes. Eat it.
Eat it. And then take a nap. All right. From both of us, go forth, be real, moose out.